Ryan Salazar here with Broadcast Beat and Broadcast Asia. We have Ray Kalo, founder and CEO of Plura Broadcast. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
So you're certainly no stranger to Broadcast Beat and all the projects we do. You guys are so innovative. You talk about such great products, and you're innovating constantly. Let's talk about IP.
So SFPH is a hybrid series that is capable to integrate with baseband as well as IP as well. IP is becoming really an evolution in a lot of countries, so IP is being deployed as we speak. So with the SFPH, is a future-proof monitor. It comes in with an SDI connectivity, but also IP connectivity. If you don't have IP connectivity now, you can add it later in the future sense. So with the SFPH, it will decode 2110, 2022, Aspen, even OTT, because we have a module that will have Wi-Fi antennas that will off-air OTT decoding as well.
All right, great. So just out of curiosity, because I like my toys, I'm just curious what the keyboard's for.
So this is the wireless control for the monitor. We thought about this monitor could be on a rack, and people have to control the MSL, which is the master list. So this becomes really an easy tool to select your actual MSL or feed, and it's basically like a keyboard. It's a mouse keyboard, and you just control it remotely. You can do it over a GUI as well, over IP as well, over Ethernet, but it can be done with this small keyboard.
Wow, that's great. So for folks that couldn't see that, we may show that in some B-roll in a second, but it even has a trackpad on it, which is really impressive for a remote, right? So let's talk about the control of that monitor on a laptop over IP.
Sure. So this is the MSL list. You scan the network, you scan your switch, and it will tell you what feeds you have, and then you can go and select that feed to display it on the monitor. So for example, here we have 2110, 20, 30, and 40. It's being scanned. There's two 10 gig ports that can attach to the monitor, and both 10 gigs ports are currently fed with data.
Okay, so out of curiosity, and I don't know the answer to this question, but curious. So we all work in the past. We've all worked in worlds of video routers and whatnot, right? So does this mean, and maybe it doesn't, does this mean we can hook up a bunch of monitors to a fiber switch passively or something, and then all of a sudden be able to switch video signals without a router?
Correct. So the 2110 is the opposite. 2110, the monitor dictates what feed you're coming in from the switch, rather than the router tells what the monitor is going to be displaying. Is the other way around.
Well, that's pretty exciting because it becomes a whole new world for your facility if you've got fiber going everywhere, right?
Absolutely, yes. So you have fiber in coming to the monitor with our 2110 decoding capability, with the codecs, with the software capability. It will go and select what feed, and it actually scans all the network, and it tells you what you have available in that switch, and you can say, all right, I want this feed or that feed, and then you can show it on the monitor.
Well, that's quite exciting, because if you think about like sporting events or large-scale productions, you need to set up and tear down very quickly. So if you have a bunch of monitors and you've got your passive fiber switch or your VLANs, however you're setting that network up, you can set up pretty quickly without having to worry about running a bunch of routing and everything.
Yeah, absolutely. All you need is a couple of fiber lines get to the monitor, and that's it.
It's insane. It's amazing. It's great.
It is. It's flexibility and adaptability to the new world.
And let's talk about the SPT with MTD.
So the SPT is pretty popular these days in many broadcasters. It's a studio production timer over IP. We've extended a display to it, so that way you have all your timers at a glance. So you have them next to you, you know exactly what timers you're showing, what are they, and so forth. The SPT can run over PoE, it's PoE driven. It's an infinity amount of displays over Ethernet. Our displays or third-party displays, if they are LTC, of course, We have a small adapter that converts Ethernet to LTC if that needed. And it's very easy to use. It's a control system. It's a controller unit. It's all in one box that it's can be synced to NTP or GPS with a different system attached to it. So yeah, we are very happy and successful introducing that some time ago, and it's been in deployment in many places.
Great. So we have the SPT at Broadcast Speed, and we even do NAB Show Live with the system. It's quite exciting because it does multiple clocks and multiple timers and whatnot. It's an amazing system. But I really like the MTD ID because you can see multiple times all in one glance, if you will, at the same time that match, obviously, multiple clocks that are in your facility.
That's correct. That's correct. And that was a request from a lot of clients. Instead of a scroll through the buttons and see what timer is, you have them all in next to you. So yeah, it's a great tool.
All right. Again, the SPT with MTD. Thank you so much, and PTP. We'll see you soon, Ray Kalo. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ryan, very much. Thank you.